If Juve are going to claw back this deficit in the title race.
All right. We are back. 5 minutes to go until the end of. Just turn down a little bit until the end of the game, and we are up 2-0. But this hasn't been the vintage Juve, has it though? And I'll be the first one to say that I was wrong. Danilo is playing on the left, but it's not what I would like to see. This is a strange, very strange setup in the defense. Very strange one. But it is what it is. We'll get back to that a bit later, of course.
There with the header, Rabiot then going
all over. We have to take control. You know, when we played with Allegri, at least we had control. They were the earlier stages when Allegri was coaching this side. There was some sort of control over the result. Right now, I don't know, guys. It's tough. It's weird. Oof.
Going forward here, Rabiot still going on.
Oh, Rabiot almost scored, huh? Rabiot.
Rabiot. Got a bit of luck right at the end of it. This is when he's at his best, when he's driving forward into open space.
Poor first touch, but then shoots and almost
half a challenge.
Scores.
Good enough one.
By the way, if you're watching this live, please smash a like and of course write your name in the comment section because I want to know if anybody's watching this right now. 86 minutes. 86 minutes. There we go. Come on, man. We need. Well, De Ligt is back at least. Of course, got substituted for Bonucci, but this is a very strange, weird lineup in defense. But anyway, we'll get back to that. As I said, this Cuadrado, man. Unfortunately, guys, my stream died for like 10 minutes or so I wasn't really paying attention. But by the looks of it, Cuadrado had a crappy game. The things that I saw with him.
Great thing about Serie A at the moment, it's not one team that is outstanding. They put outstanding performances in.
Or was it McKennie? You know, I cannot really pinpoint.
That's why this is going to go.
Oh, they are so freaking alike. Some of them needs to put on the white gloves or something just to have a difference between those two. There we go. It's Palacio. Ooh, nasty. Rabiot again, well in defense. There we go. McKennie has been great today, guys. Really, McKennie has been good. Or was it Cuadrado? No, it wasn't. It was McKennie indeed. So 1 assist from Cristiano and 1 assist from Cuadrado today. But overall, without those assists, both of those players have been pretty bad today. Still struggling, Cristiano. Cristiano's still not there just yet, and it's a worrying sign. Maybe like guys you said previously before the live, for the pre-match stream, like he needs a rest, maybe not on just one game, maybe a couple of games.
Ronaldo.
Cristiano to McKennie. McKennie cannot win the ball, and we lose the ball, but that's fine. 88 minutes. Almost 89. Ramsey tracking back, well done. Yeah, I mean, this is... We win at least, by the looks of it. I'm not jinxing it because it's gonna take something in order for us to concede 2 goals. But yeah, Bonucci didn't score, so there we go. We had a bet with Joshua, of course.
There's been some decent performances from individuals.
Calm performance now. Come on. Last 5 minutes or so. We need to calm, collected performance. And Cuadrado again almost messes it up.
He's still going.
Well, there we go. Quadrado, will you get it? Okay, you're getting it. Come on, Quadrado. Come on, Cristiano. Yeah. Cristiano cannot score. What is going on? Oof. Great from Quadrado, by the way, but one of his few good things he did today. Man. And he was always looking for Cristiano. He was always looking for Cristiano, which pisses me off sometimes. Because it's not always your best option.
The ball just fell so nicely for Ronaldo. The ball was actually intended
90 minutes and 3 minutes added on. It seems that Chiellini is playing on the left back, and now Danilo is in the center. So it is a dynamic side. Let me just pull up something interesting because I want to do this on the tactical pad.
Next weekend in Serie A.
I want to do this on the tactical pad. Indeed. Let me just pull this up. Well, we are winning 2-0. Who's my man of the match? Well, let's see. Let us see. Where is that save? There we go.
Plenty on it too. This is Sansone. Barrow. Shot blocked by his own man.
Shot blocked by his own man. It doesn't matter. Okay, so Arthur.
There's the chance for Ronaldo on his left foot. Yeah, it's a nice height for the goalkeeper. He saw the funny side of it. Chiesa.
There we go. No Alexandro. McKennie was there. Demiral instead of McKennie coming on. Okay, last minutes. Last minutes. Danilo.
It's the corner.
Nasty. Bernardeschi. And not Morata starting, but Kulusevski. So there we go.
Barrow. One last chance to pull one back to Bologna, but Ronaldo has it now for Juve. He'll look to break away. He's Morata. Want to chase again for Morata, but he won't reach that one.
Morata. Come on, 3 minutes. We're almost done. 15 seconds left. 2-0 victory. We keep a clean sheet, guys. Or do we? Yes, we do.
Behind by Chiellini. Like to see Juve to victory.
What? Are you gonna blow the whistle? No? Still on?
He's got every reason to feel tired, doesn't he? Mr. McKennie, the amount of running.
Still playing. It's about time.
Shows how much they wanted a clean sheet when that ball rolled out.
Forza Juve, indeed.
Danilo put his arms up into the air, celebrating a clean sheet.
Come on. Share my screen.
Juve had the win, and it came thanks to goals from two men from midfield. Arthur
yes.
First goal for Juve.
Yes. Finally.
And then Weston McKennie made it.
Finally, a full-time whistle. Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, guys, we just finished. Said Bonucci got subbed. Yes, Joshua. It's too early. Well, Adam, welcome. Welcome, Adam. Welcome to this stream. And everybody else, also welcome to the stream. Juve Therapy is streaming the post-match reactions, full-time reactions, and of course, player ratings after the Juve against Bologna. We win 2-0. Important game. We needed to win, and we did win. And it is so freaking important that we win. So now the deficit is only 7 points up to Milan. And I don't even want to care about what is it to Marda because we're going to crush them anyway. But guys, we need to talk. Because we in any case, in any way, shape, or form, this is an inconsistent performance from many of our players. We will analyze this, and I am sure that my good friend Mr. Doom or whatever, he will come running in the chat and saying that Danilo played as a left back. But did he though? Yes, he did. But there was a very weird setup, which I didn't like. That he played, that's one thing, but did it work? No, I think actually it didn't. But we will go through this player by player, how they did and how we set up and how we scored. The fact that Cristiano is still struggling, still cannot really, showcase his true self. Is it because Kulusevski is playing next to him, or is it because Morata isn't there? Is it because he's just out of form? Is it because he is tired? Is it because he, well, I dare to say it, over the top? I mean, we will discuss all this, of course. And going into next game against Spal, we need to rotate, and I can already guarantee you almost that Cristiano will not be playing that game. I will be very surprised if he will be, because he is in need of a rest. That is no doubt about it. And both Morata and Kulusevski needs to play, and of course we'll see where Dybala lands there. So, before we go into the tactics and how we played, I gotta say, by the way, guys, my stream died for 10 or 15 minutes, so I wasn't able to watch the game for 10 or 15 minutes. So if there was something great happened there, I don't know, but it didn't think that way, because I got with me both goals and the performances from many of our players. But in the comment section, before I open the chat and watch and look what's there, if Mr. Doom is tweeting, is saying to me that Daniel played on left, yes, Mr. Doom, he did, but I didn't like it, and I didn't like our setup of the defense. Let's see. Where is he? He isn't there yet. Mr. Doom, where are you, Mr. Doom? I'm saying you are correct, my friend. My friend, Mr. Doom, where are you? Arthur was really good, says GT Game Tech. Yes, he was. Arthur sloppy passes, but defense under pressure first 10 minutes of the second half. Yes, Ari, but Arthur was good today. Was very good. I thought Ronaldo was decent today, says Irish Macbeth. Yeah, he did okay, but still needs. There's tons of room for improvement. Basic passes, and created something for us going forward. Yes, but something is missing with Cristiano. Something is missing, but we'll get back to that a bit later. Bentancur is improving. I agree. Frustrating games as basic player. Yes, he was, but I kind of feel we had this under control by the nuts all the way through. Even though the second half, the big portions of second half was, we had no. The game was very open during the second half, and Cuadrado running wild, both in defense and in attack. McKennie being solid, Cristiano being good when visible, but then just a bit in and out of the game. The defense looked very shaky. Shaky. Is that a word? Shaky. Kulusevski was not good today, let's be fair. And Bernardeschi was Bernardeschi. So, Joshua, he was really impressed by Bentancur. I agree. Cristiano played well today. 3 chances created. Excellent accurate crossing. Yes, but 100% chance missing. And there was something there. There was something there that was missing today, unfortunately. FT North, hi man, nice to see you. Smash a like, of course, guys. Everyone who just joined this stream, smash a like on this video and subscribe. I will really appreciate it. The other teams can do it. We're going to win the number 10. Whew, says FT North. You are my man today, because you are very optimistic, and I love it. I do not think we're going to win Scudetto still, but it is still early days. Nice 3 points, but I think it's not a good second half, says Benny. I agree. We got dominated by a bottom table team. I don't think we got dominated, Kunal, but I get your point. I get what you're coming from. And Hutch is in the chat, all the way from China. Nice to see you, Hutch. How are you doing? Really a pleasure. Long time no see. But let's go. Let's do this. So, so this is my beautiful tactical pad, which I love. So, let's break it down. So we started with Wojciech in goal. Exceptional performance, by the way. We'll go back to the player ratings a bit later, of course. So stay on this stream. Do not go anywhere. This is your home right now. I take you. I steal you. I keep you. So what we did at the start was Danilo played on the left. Yes, he did. However, Chiellini was playing in the middle, where Bonucci has been playing for the last 100 years. Bonucci, on the other hand, was playing on the right side of that three-man defense when we were in possession. Thing is, though, with this formation here, we do not get much creativity in the middle. But we do, because we have Arthur in there. So what I think what Pirlo is trying to do here is when Arthur is playing in from the start, there is no point of having both Bonucci and Arthur in the center. So this is why he tries to create flexibility going forward. Bonucci can create good on the ball passing and long balls, long ball merchant, as we like to call him. He will be creating something from the right, which we cannot do if, for example, Demiral is in there. When Bentancur is playing here, for example, yeah, you get the point. So with Bentancur is here, we need something creative here. So Bonucci will be there. But it was Arthur, so no point in having two creative center players, let's say, in the middle. We'll push Bonucci on the right. And Santiago is in the chat. He's watching from Nebraska, USA. Nice to see you, Santiago. But you have Colombian flag as your user thumbnail, which is lovely, man. Lovely to see you from all over the world. All over the world, people are joining this stream, and I love it. Colorado very selfish today and bad at fighting Ronaldo today. Not only Ronaldo, he was basically bad at fighting anybody. We don't want to frustrate the guy. Other than that, midfield 3 was amazing today. Yes, De Ligt and Chiellini next to each other was beautiful. Interesting. Nice to have all the defense options back, says Vincent. I agree. Nice to see you, by the way, Vincent. Be nice, Hutchkey. Be nice. Hutch is one of ours. Hutch is one of us. One of us. So, yes, and this is the lineup that was very weird to me, because when not in possession, this was the formation. But that didn't work very well, because Chiellini get dragged out all the way to the left sometimes, and there was a big gap right here, because Bonucci isn't used to playing on that side. So there was a big gap when Quadrado was going forward, just like Chiesa. Big gap here, and Bonucci is not that good at covering spaces, and he's not that quick either. So yeah, that pissed me off just a little bit. And the fact that Chiellini played there and not, Chiellini played there worked partially. However, I would like to see it this way instead, like I was originally saying, like this. What is the problem of having this as a starting lineup? I get the point. I was making the point earlier that Arthur and Bonucci cannot play next to each other. That's the only argument I can make that can defend this choice right here. I'm sorry, I'm just moving everything around here. But Danilo, Chiellini in the center, and Bonucci. So this lineup right here, how we played, I did not like how we looked offensively. We looked amputated slightly, and the fact that Bernardeschi was such a bad performance today didn't make it feel better. And towards the end of the game, Danilo even moved in here somewhere while Chiellini got in there. So Bonucci still stayed out there, and we didn't really utilize Bonucci's offensive skills as much as we would have liked to. So this was the shape, okay, of the defense. And the wingbacks can speak for themselves. Both were not good today. Not good. However, the center of the midfield, very good. And I was worried for Rodrigo Bentancur when he got injured after 40 seconds or so, that he would go off, because I feel that this is the midfield for the future. Bentancur, Arthur, and McKennie. This is our future midfield. And of course, Kulusevski and Ronaldo all the way up front. We'll talk about them a bit later. Ali says hi, nice to see you, Ali. Forza Juve all the way from Honduras. Says Pablo. Bernda and Arthur partnership look promising. Yes, it was, and I expect an improvement on that one, Andra. Indeed. Gabi, 3 points in hand. The team is looking better, at least when it comes to having a fighting spirit. Yes, Gabi, I completely agree. The grinta, the urgency, the focus was there, even though at the second half we struggled just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ali, do you think Ronaldo played well? I think he played okay. I didn't think he played well. Not only because of his fault, but also the fact that, well, there are a few balls coming towards him. For some reason, Cuadrado was so reluctant to play the ball to Cristiano sometimes, and Kulusevski still has a way to go and play in order to play consistently and on the high level. He played good, promising against Napoli, but still needs to learn how to get rid of the ball. We talked about this during my pre-match live, that Kulusevski needs to learn how to distribute the ball. And hi, Vincere, Vincere, aiuta a vincere, if I'm pronouncing that right. Nice to see you. Yes, it is a bit frustrating, and with Kulusevski, it needs to be a learning curve because, as I said before, all the games that he played against big sides, he struggled, and he played better than he struggled against Napoli. But now he's back to square one with struggling to play well, and probably this is also why the case can be made for Cristiano not being that effective and that dominant, was because he didn't get that much support from Kulusevski, basically his partner, all the way up front. Mirgan says hi, nice to see you as always. Solid win. We could have scored more, but we got the points. Yes, we could have scored 4, we could have scored 5, we could have scored 6. The fact is that we're creating chances is a good thing, but we need also to finish them. And there is a slight worry that we're still scoring. Well, goal scorers are Arthur and McKennie, which is a bit, I don't care who scores, but it is an alarming situation where your strikers are not the ones on the score sheet. And when it happens basically on a consistent basis, you got to ask yourself, are we doing something wrong going forward? The fact is that Arthur's goal was a goal, not because of fluke. He shot, and the shot was on its way out. It was not in goal, and then it got off the Bologna defender, and then in the goal. So lucky strike, but it is an opening goal. Kind of reminded me of the first goal of Aaron Ramsey when he played for us against Parma, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, last season. That was his first goal. He shot. It was a bad shot, but it bounced off the defender and he scored. We created a lot today, says Pankai. I agree. And the good thing is that midfielders scored today. Yes, you can flip this over also, Pankai. I agree. That's a very good point. It's a good thing that our midfielders are scoring. I only wish that our strikers could score as well. But at the end of the day, the only guys who can score from our strikers are Morata and Cristiano. And there has been a while since Morata scored a goal. I'm not taking the goal against Napoli into account because this is Supercoppa. But yeah, you get my point. We need more goals from our strikers, and Cristiano as well, of course, if he is to be crowned with the golden boot. We create a lot of good chances today, which is promising. We need to learn to put games to bed, says Joshua. I agree, but this is a clean sheet, so it's a good thing. But the fact that we allowed them to create that much was basically because our defense was all over the place, and was very open. We had no control of the ball for some time. Sometimes it was in Bologna's hands, but suddenly it was in our feet. Bologna's feet, Juventus's feet, and Cuadrado and Bernardeschi was the main culprits as to why this happened. Especially Cuadrado, which he is a walking time bomb. We wait, and then something good happens from Cuadrado, and we praise him. and then we expect expect the same performance from him, but then he drops a disaster class like he did today. He did well against Napoli, but against Bologna today, it was just not good enough. And this frustrates me because I'd like to praise a player if he deserves to be praised, and then I praise him, but then I expect something from him. So the expectation is there to follow up, but it isn't coming. It's always like, oh, we're back to square one because Cuadrado screwed this up. So he is a frustrating player. He's a good utility player, but he's a frustrating one, both in defense and attack. And if you analyze the game, if you rewatch the game, you see what Cuadrado does. It's only by chance always today that he makes a good pass or somehow gets around his defender. It's almost by chance. Oh, yeah, it is what it is. I missed the match because I was studying on a Sunday, Ale. Show some respect. But kudos, man. Well studying, of course. Studying goes before football, as it should. Yeah, because football can already carry you that far. Of course, if you know your name is not Cristiano Ronaldo or the big stars, you can actually, unless you're studying football though. Was it smooth sailing? Basically, yes and no, Ale. Basically, yes and no. In terms of chances created, yes, smooth sailing. Defensively, we still have a work to do and need to learn how to control the game. Mark, pleasure, Mark. Always great to see you. Don't you think we should sell Ronaldo for like 40 million in the summer? We could take that money towards signing Holland, who is much better than him now. That is an interesting point. The question is, though, Mark, who would buy him? Who has the money to facilitate Cristiano other than Juve right now? We could have, if we get rid of him, we need to this is this different discussion we can make another day, but you can make an argument that there needs to be a rebuilding of the squad at some point. So when do you start this rebuild? Do you start the rebuild this summer because the rest of the team needs to be rebuilt, and you have Bonucci, Chiellini, who's not getting any younger. Our midfield needs improving drastically, even though we see some promise now. And going forward, we are very focused on Cristiano going forward. So if we get rid of him, if we sell him, if we sell him on the free, I don't know. If we get rid of his of an option of having Cristiano, what do we need to do? We need to basically rebuild the whole structure going forward, because there is nobody like Cristiano, and you have to think anew. So when do you start to rethink? Do you do this now during the summer while it's COVID, or let's face it, there will be COVID finances this summer as well, or do you wait until next season? But is the fear that if that happens next season, it's a little bit too late and we're stagnating and we cannot improve the team, and basically we'll be stuck in our ways and be very, very predictable towards the end of the next season, because, well, it is Cristiano there, and we know, and everybody knows what we're going to do. We're going to focus on Cristiano going forward. So financially wise as well, what should we do? Cut the cord now, save up those 30 million we're paying the guy, facilitate it to somebody else, and of course, whatever fee we're receiving, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe, yes, it could be interesting to sell him this summer and then start to rebuild our offense, because we need to rebuild. Or do we do something else? That's interesting point to make. And Juve don't deserve Ronaldo, says Simar. That's a bad take. Why? Is it because Cristiano's so much better than the club? If he's bigger than the club, my friend, then clearly he doesn't. We don't need him. He doesn't deserve us then, because if he thinks that he's bigger than the club, but he doesn't. He's a professional guy, and yes, he knows. Should stay, but to lower his wage, says Mirgan. I agree to some degree. Yes, basic player. Ronaldo didn't even have a bad game. Gave the ball away a couple of times, but that was after the game was already settled. Yes, but you can still give away the ball, and well, the defense can concede. So it doesn't excuse him for giving the ball away. the amount of times he was in position to score but didn't get the ball. Yeah, that's on Kulusevski and Cuadrado and the rest of the gang to facilitate the offense better, to utilize us better going forward, rather than just stick to the ball and not playing the ball quickly enough. And we touched on this during my Juve therapy session on Friday. We have too many players who love the ball too much. Kulusevski needs to get rid of the ball quicker. Cuadrado, the same thing. Bentancur has this issue as well, even though he did very well today. You can say the same thing about Dybala. You can say the same thing about Cristiano at times. So we need to play the ball quicker. But this can only be done by playing consistent football and learning the trait of trusting each other. Kulusevski being the main culprit today, and as well as Cuadrado, in my opinion. Find another striker to consistently give you 20 goals. Well, in Serie A is never that easy, especially the way we play. We need to, as I said, RE11, even though I agree, it's never easy to score in Serie A, especially when you play for Juve. And if Cristiano leaves, we need to restructure the whole thing, how we play offensive football. Tom says Cuadrado for Ballon d'Or. Yeah, funny, so funny. Ronaldo is not bigger than Juventus. He never will be. I agree. No place bigger than the club at Juve. I agree. Greetings, everyone, says Oscar. Yes, greetings to you as well. I'm a fan of Ronaldo, says Joshua, but for Juve, he needs to leave. When then can we rebuild the whole team? I agree, Joshua. Very good point. You can make any argument, Roma, but we need to make Ronaldo in play. Yes, we win, but we need to assist him. Otherwise, please sell him. Well, at the end of the day, Suman, the team wins. It's the team's performance. If Cristiano doesn't offer us that much, if he's no asset to the team, then why bother having him at the club, right? But this is just an example. It's not basically on today's game. It's just in general. If you have a player like Khedira, let's say Khedira, why having him on the roster if he can't contribute at all? With Cristiano, of course, is not the issue because he contributes. But the argument is there: are we paying too much in this COVID scenario? Can we actually lower his wages just a little bit in order to facilitate something else that could bring us a player that can provide both assist to Cristiano and also offer us some goals going forward? Because let's face it, we thought that was going to be Morata. Now it all cooled down. Morata isn't the player he was at the start of the season, which is interesting. So yeah, we need another one. We need another guy who can score goals and who Cristiano can play off and all the way around. Cristiano needs that player just as much as that player needs Cristiano, if you know what I mean. So, yes, please tell me when Ronaldo doesn't deliver. Well, I can give you several examples against. I don't remember actually right now, but I have many examples where Cristiano has been poor. For example, against Merda. Tell me. So I'm not gonna make it into the Cristiano discussion. Mr. Doom, yes, Danilo played on the left. I agree. And why so negative? That's the point. Why are we so negative now? I'll say this though: where was Cristiano against Merda? I'm just saying. That's it. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. If you want, please answer me, and don't say that's because the team was crap. Yes, it was, but Cristiano smirk and the second when they scored the second goal. What was that? I did not like that. So we need to be objective about Cristiano, right? It's not always praise him and praise him and praise him. If he does something bad, we need to criticize him. This is our right because he is a human being. And if you know Cristiano well enough, you know he loves criticism. He will always dominate his game if someone provide assist or at least take him into the game. Otherwise, no way for him to his team. He's not that. Well, I mean, we included him in the game against Merda. Didn't do that much, did he? Anyway, let's move on from Cristiano and this topic of talking whether he should stay or not. We are going back to the lineup, which was this one. So Wojciech Szczesny started, and Danilo started on the left, yes, and Chiellini started in the center of the defense, which I didn't like out of those three. Yes, Anish, very good point. Interesting. Atalanta, yes, I love Atalanta to death, Anish. They are killing every big team. We were lucky to draw against Atalanta. By the way, yeah, where was Cristiano in that game also? Yes, and then Bonucci on the right side of that back 3 or 2. Still didn't like how he looked, but it is what it is. And I get what, as I said, I get what Pirlo is trying to do. But yeah, it was mixed feelings about that one. The fact that let me just pull this up. The fact that Bonucci cannot play next to Arthur because Arthur is a defensive playmaker, and Bonucci's abilities to go forward will be obsolete basically because Arthur is there. So this is why we were playing this way. Arthur, I thought played very, very well. Again, consistency. He had a good game against Napoli. Now he played well against Bologna. Good. We'll probably be rested against Spal, but then he'll be back at it next weekend for sure. Bernardeschi and Quadrado were flanking this midfield of 3. McKennie was on fire. Bentancur very good actually. And of course Kulusevski a bit inconsistent in terms of going forward, and Cristiano visible but didn't score, but he had an assist for Arthur's goal. Yes, he did, even though it was a fluke of a goal because he got bounced off of defender, but still an assist. Very good, very good. And of course the second goal scored by Weston McKennie on the corner kick, assist from Quadrado, even though Quadrado was playing crap today. So it's kind of weird, weird that Quadrado always gets up. Quadrado's name is always in the stats, but if you watch the game, you see that Quadrado was bad today. So we're very weird. We're very weird. Arthur is reviving his Juve career. Yes, he just need to take some time. That's it. That he only needs to play consistently, and this is Serie A. This is a new game for him, and he needs to be. We need to be passionate. We need to be, we need to wait until Arthur is delivering, and he is doing this very well right now. Let's see. Pirlo. It was important to Adam. Always nice of Adam to post this post-match comments from Pirlo. It was important to have intensity. We had a lot of chances in the first half. Yes, we did. We were very good at finding space they left us. Yes, but we only scored 2. And one of them was a fluke. So we've spoken to Arthur. He prefers to play a bit more forward, leaving some tasks to other midfielders as well. He has great vision and keeps the ball well. Okay, fine. Interesting. Interesting. If you were to put Haaland in today's team instead of Ronaldo, he would have even less impact because the issue is not the striker, it's the other players being too selfish. By the way, this is just about today. Yeah, I get it, basic player. Yes, and I agree to an extent. But we still need to be better at distributing the ball. I agree. And to be honest, and if you'd be surprised about this comment, but I do not want Haaland at Juve. I do not think that he will fit. Especially the way we play right now. We need complete rejuvenation of the forward line, because right now it's so dynamic and it's so weird, and it's all based on what Cristiano does. And it's just, we need flexibility going forward. And with Haaland in there, we cannot have Haaland and Cristiano. So Cristiano will have to leave if we are to get Haaland. But what do we get then? Then we need to get somebody who can assist Haaland, because Haaland cannot do everything by himself either. So what do we do? Then we need to invest. So it's just not enough. I think it was been expensive and not enough purchase for us if we get rid of Cristiano and then bring in Haaland. Yes, we'll see what happens. Quadrado shot on our own goal. Yes, it was a header. It was a header, complete disaster from Quadrado. And Tech on fire yet again. it wasn't difficult to prepare for this week's games. We know we are a strong team, and it's up to us. We saw the mistakes at the San Siro, and we reacted, says Pirlo. Well done. This is what it is. This is what it is. Yes. You need to build up great play if they need to push to top 2 or rely on my second favorite team in Serie A, which is Atalanta. They are the only ones who can upset the other top teams. Yes, I agree. But I think next game, if I'm not mistaken, it's Derby della Madonnina. So that'd be interesting. That'd be very, very interesting who ends up winning that one. The draw is, of course, the most preferred one. But we'll see. Derby della Madonnina. That will be exciting. I'll be watching that one. I think it's next up. I think it's next game, if I'm not mistaken. We decided to put Morata in to give us more offensive power. They were trying to press, and putting a striker on was useful to exploit the counterattacks and the spaces they left. That's a good shout. Risky Pirlo, but it worked. It worked to a degree, even though Kulusevski switching to the left flank where Bernardeschi was playing didn't really have much effect. That's in the Coppa. All right, Adicha. Yes, maybe it is. Yes, maybe it is. Anyway. Let them kill each other off, huh? Good shout, Adisha. Thank you. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but yeah. Anyway, let's go to the player ratings, my friends. Thank you so much for joining, by the way. Smash a like on this video before we go into the player ratings of this game. If you're not subscribing, subscribe already, please. We are growing. All right, let's do this. What do we have? Where are? So last. Yes, I like to do this. I started doing this last time, so I'll do it again. So last time we did a player ratings, and I showed you what I rated the guy last time. So Wojciech Szczesny got a 9 from me against Napoli. Some sensational saves, good, and overall very, very dominant. It was vital for us that we won that trophy. He would not get a 9 today. However, it's not far. It's not far away from 9. 8.5 he'll get from me. I think those saves that he made today, especially that freak of a save, I don't know what Cuadrado was doing. The Cuadrado nonsense sometimes is astonishing. It is crazy. You know, Cuadrado is a ticking, is a time bomb. You know, you never know when it's gonna explode, and when it explodes, everything just goes to waste. So the time bomb almost exploded when he had it. I knew what he was trying to do, and it was unlucky, some would say. But what's up, Cuadrado? Heading your ball into their own goal, and it was a reflex save by Wojciech, but it was a sensational save, and I like how they both reacted. They both laughed at each other, but man, that could have been dangerous and unnecessary. So great save from Wojciech. And there are several other moments where he saved us. And if you rewatch the game and you listen closely, you hear Wojciech speak. You hear his voice much more now than you did before. So I have been criticizing him for lacking, for not being vocal enough. Today, I heard Wojciech talk, which is interesting, which is very nice, and it is an improvement to his game. Of course, a couple of times there, he was out of his depth going out of the box, and when they had a corner, he was out and rushing just a little bit, and it created some difficult situations for us, but clean sheet in the end. So I liked Wojciech today, my friends. I really did. So let's see what you wrote. Yes, Cuadrado somehow always gets an assist. Says like, I agree. That's crazy. That's crazy. Szczesny had an alien save to block a Cuadrado header. Yes, I agree. Mark. It was. His week is very commanding with the defensive line, says Andra. I agree. And it's very impressive for me that he's trying to do that. Yes. And we talked about this already previously. This is where he needs to improve, and he is doing just that. So, well done, 8.5 for me. I don't know what you have, guys. Please comment your ratings as well. I would like to know what your opinion is on the whole thing. Wahid says, hi. Yes, hi, Wahid. Always a pleasure, man. Great win. I hope we start winning matches in the league. If we win the upcoming 3 matches against Doria, Roma, and Crapoli, then we are in a title race. Well, we are in a title race. It's never over. It's just we're making these things. We made things very difficult for ourselves in the past by drawing against Crotone, by drawing against Benevento, by drawing against Verona, and losing against Fiorentina. You know, those crazy games. We made it difficult for us, and of course, the meltdown against Merda didn't help. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. I still don't think we're going to win it. I think it's just a little bit too late to react now. But the meltdowns have happened before. And the meltdown at Udinese for Merda already happened. And Conte lost his wig and got a red card. And I hope it will be more than just 1 game suspension for the absolute arrogant prick that he is. Moving on from Wojciech Szczesny to Danilo. So I rated him 7 last time. Played against Napoli. Yeah. Let's keep it at 7, huh? Shouldn't we? I think we will keep it at 7 for Danilo. I think it was an interesting game from him. I did not like him being on the left flank. It just doesn't suit him, I think. He needs to be on the right side. His natural left foot is right, not left. So why bother playing him on the left? It'll be interesting to see what happens when Alexandro is back in the team. Maybe this will be a lineup for Alexandro and not Danilo to be playing in. But then again, we have so many options in the defense. And De Ligt was coming back from his COVID suspension, COVID lockdown, and played last 10, 15, 20 minutes or so. So looked interesting. So yeah, we'll probably play him against Spal, no doubt about it. So exciting to see what the future holds for Danilo and of course De Ligt. 6.5 from Adichia, that is fine. Yeah, right side is really open when Danilo is on the left. Yes, and this is why I don't understand why they're choosing to do that, especially with Danilo on the left. I get the change with Chiellini and Bonucci. Bonucci can probably create something going forward, but defensively, we don't look good when Danilo is playing on the left. We don't look good on the right side because we're just too exposed there. Why? It's not only because Bonucci is playing there, but it also because our wing back or winger is just too offensive, like Cuadrado was today. And when Cuadrado is bad, we're getting exposed there. When Chiesa plays there, we also get exposed there. So we need to complement that for something, with something, which is not Bonucci, in my honest opinion. Moving on from Danilo, we will do Giorgio Chiellini. Where are you at? So last time, I rated him 8.5 because he was such an amazing player against Napoli. It will not be 8.5 today. It will be just a 7. And why? Well, if you saw what he did on his yellow card when he received the yellow, when he just pulled Barrow back, basically, he lost the ball in the center of the midfield, and he was our last line of defense. Otherwise, Barrow would be through on goal with Bonucci, tussling back and just trying to catch his breath while sprinting. Danilo was somewhere, but Chiellini created a dangerous situation there, and he was experienced enough to just grab a yellow for that one. But not that dominant performance from Chiellini. It didn't have to be either. It doesn't always have to be that dominant performance, but it's just it was more quieter performance, which is fine than it was against Napoli, of course. 6.5, yeah, 7 or 6.5 for his yellow, yes, 7 just okay. Danilo is always obviously playing left because Sandro is injured. I don't think actually Sandro was in and out of the team when he was fit as well, Mr. Doom. So I'll have to wait and see what happens once Alexandro is back. And basically, we move Danilo, and because if we move Danilo to the right, we need to defend with Bernardeschi in the left back when we defend in 4-4-2. Well, why don't you use Chiellini there then? I mean, why? I mean, we have tons of options in a defense. So it is a strange one. It is a very, very strange one. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I get your point, Mr. Do. Absolutely, I do. But I want to see what happens when Alexander is back. We will be having tons of options in the defense, no doubt about it. Arnav says hi. Hi, Arnav. What you thought about the game? Aziz-Jean is also in the chat. Nice to see you, and thank you as always for the nation. I love you, man, so much. The midfielders played well today. Yes, they did. Much faster than before. Consistency, Aziz-Jean. This is where the consistency is, and I love it. Cuadrado supposed to pass when his teammates in the better scoring position, especially when the score is 1-0. Yes, Cuadrado was crap today. Let's be honest, my friends. But we'll get back to that. Let's get back to the player ratings, and we'll see. Let's see. So from Giorgio Chiellini, let's go to Leonardo Bonucci, I guess. Last time he got a 7.5. He will not get a 7.5 from me today. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. He doesn't look comfortable on the right side. He doesn't look comfortable on that right side of the three-man when we are in possession. So 6.5 for me. And this is the issue with this so dynamic formation, I think. That sometimes we see that they being exposed. The players are being exposed for their weaknesses. It takes time for them to gel, for them to understand the situation and to understand where they are and how to play in this formation and in this dynamic system. So Leonardo Bonucci is suddenly playing on the right side, which is different to what we were used to seeing the whole side play. Chiellini was playing on the left, Bonucci in the middle, and Danilo on the right, or even the Sciglio. Why am I talking about the Sciglio? De Ligt, was playing on the right, and then suddenly De Ligt was playing on the left. Yeah, it's interesting. Pirlo is experimenting, and that's fine as long as it works during your experiments. With Bonucci in there, it didn't work that well today, in my opinion. 6.5 for not showing his ass. Funny. Joshua, you're also funny. 6.5 for his position and covering for Cuadrado. Yes, I agree. I think Bonucci will lose his spot when De Ligt and Chiellini are fit. Interesting point, Vincere. Interesting indeed. Alexander is out of form. Well, Aditya, he is COVID. It's COVID. It's COVID. All right, moving on from Leonardo Bonucci. Let's go to... Who do we go to first? Let's go Federico. What do we give to Federico, huh, guys? I don't know. I don't know. 4, 5, 5, 4, 4, 5, 5. 4.5. I have nothing more to add. Not good enough. Not good enough. Could have scored 1, could have scored 2. Completely out of confidence. Has no confidence whatsoever. Yeah, for me it's nothing. For me it's absolutely nothing. It's flat. It's just like I feel right now. It's flat. Nothing. Akshay, you're being generous there, my friend. 6.5. No. It's just no. He's very slow in attack, and yes, I agree, Joshua. I just don't see anything that he can contribute going forward. To be honest, we need something else. But Bologna was unfortunately not that good in exploiting whatever mistakes that he made. So Salhim says vincere aiuta a vincere. Well, who would want the guy right now? Moving on from Federico Bernardeschi to Interesting. Quadrado. 8 he got from me from Napoli game. It will not be 8. And I'm being nice when I'm rating Quadrado, but he will get a 5. Yeah, tons of times he is on the ball, but it's just not good enough. Loses the ball many times, and it's always almost by luck that he manages to get the ball forward, and looks for the free kicks too often. And the first half, in the very beginning, if you remember, there was a penalty claim. That was a dive from Quadrado. There was not. You cannot compare that dive from Quadrado with the one that Mertens got as a penalty against Napoli for Napoli. It's not the same thing. Quadrado looked for that one, and no, I didn't think it was a penalty in my opinion. But in any way, it was very poor from Quadrado. Of course, he gets an assist from the corner kick, and no. Inconsistent. We're back to square one with dancing feet Quadrado. Inconsistent. 6.5. Whoa. 5. Never passes his teammates at all, says Suman. Yeah. Quadrado just a 6. 6.5. He needs to know he's not the GOAT. If we're talking about Quadrado, I think he knows that. Hope he knows that. I think sometimes play good, but there's an important moment he doesn't deliver. That's his problem. Yes, Max, I agree. In the final third, he's very inconsistent. In the final third, he is shaky, indecisive, and where it really matters, like you say, yeah, it's flat. And almost score an own goal, my friends. Don't forget, almost scored a beautiful own goal. So no thank you. Not good enough. But we move forward to the guys in the midfield. Weston McKennie got an 8 from me last time. He played, and I think we're going to keep it on 8. And you know what? Let's do it even better. I'm going to give him an 8.5. Scored. Great performance overall. I don't know what it is, but this is a gem. This guy looks like a gem. Such a solid display. You know, it's lovely. It's lovely. 8 again, yes. McKennie Potter. Harry McKennie. Why Harry McKennie Potter? Aditya, I don't get that reference. Funny. Big Mac, 7.5, 8.5. Weston should be man of the match. Yes, he could very well be, my friend. Let's see. His fancy celebration, yeah. Is this why Harry Potter? The fancy celebration, but why? Interesting. I don't get what it has to do with the Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Arthur. Let's go to Arthur. He got an 8 from me against Napoli, but he will also get an 8 today. Solid. Let's build up on this, my friend. If Arthur is watching, I don't think he does. If he does, well done. 8. No doubt about it. Great at distributing the ball. Great when in possession. It's been a while since I've seen a player that comfortable with the ball at his feet at Juve. Gotta say, very comfortable. Maybe Paul Pogba when in his prime. Same kind of player. But wow. Wow, Arthur. Wow, indeed. 8. Yeah, you guys agree? Well done. Betancourt. He got 6.5 from me last time. He will not get that. He did much better today. And he got a 7.5 from me. Almost an 8. It's almost like I want to give him an 8. But I'll just give him a 7.5. But a very good display from Rodrigo. Very good one. And it's nice. It's nice to see there is a continuity in the midfield, like you guys already mentioned. Bentancur, McKennie, and Arthur is the way to go forward. Not only because we think that they play well, but they play well together, and this will come good for us in the later stages of the season, where we see that the guys are improving. They are understanding between each other. So let's face it, that's not always that easy. McKennie, Arthur, and Rodrigo Bentancur are not always, communication maybe is the issue, was the issue maybe, especially with McKennie in there. Doesn't speak, I don't think he speaks Spanish or Portuguese or Italian, so he's got to be in English. And Bentancur and Arthur can, of course, communicate, but the communication is an issue there. But I think it works. So let's build up on this. And Rabiot and Ramsey, they need to get their asses in gear if they want to challenge this midfield. And of course, Sami Khedira. 8. Notice me, senpai. You're just a Ronaldo hater. No, I'm not. And a Dybala fanboy. No, I'm not. Anybody could see the team ignores Ronaldo. Why should they? Why should they ignore Ronaldo if he's their GOAT player on the pitch and they're just jealous he can score every match? Yeah, now he's just trolling, man. Listen, come on. I give Bentancur an 8 this game, says Joshua. That's fine. Moving forward, let's go to Dejan Kulusevski. He got a 7 from me last time. He will not get a 7 from me today. There we go. 6.5, nothing more. Inconsistent. On the ball, just too much for too long. And I failed to see any improvement. Yeah. And when we even shifted it on to his left, our left flank, it didn't help. So, yeah. Average at best. At best. 5.5 even from yeah. Well, that's fine. Let's finish off with Cristiano. He got an 8.5 from me last time. I'm a Cristiano hater, don't you remember? So, yeah, 8.5. Why did I give him 8.5 last time? I'm a Cristiano hater, so why should I give him 8.5? Oh, boys and he will not get an 8.5 from me today. We'll get a 7. Probably maybe should have scored 1. Got an assist to Arthur. And yeah, we need to use him more. I agree, but it is on Cuadrado and Kulusevski and Bernardeschi and, well, those 3 basically today. Morata also came on, didn't really help that much. But yeah, it's just not. It just doesn't. It doesn't seem that it's working with Cristiano and Kulusevski in there, and it's more because of Kulusevski rather than Cristiano. But in any case, he needs a rest. I think he needs a rest. He needs to sit out against Spal. He cannot play every game, and we need him in prime condition for the games against Sampdoria, Roma, Crapoli, of course, Porto coming up soon. So. Yeah, no, but 7 for me is a fair rating, and I expect a goal from him soon, because I have him on my. By the way, since I'm Cristiano hater, why do I have Cristiano on my team as a captain for the fantasy team? Strange, huh? Strange. 8.5. Yeah, there we go. 7 with assist. 7. Yeah. Mark, you gave him 4. There we go. Cristiano Ronaldo ratings, ask John. Yeah, it is a 7. Yeah, and that's it. I think, yeah, well, could we got subbed on? We subbing on Ramsey, Rabiot, Morata, Demiral towards the end of the game just to secure. I think that's it. Am I missing somebody? I don't think I am. I don't think I am. Yeah. All right, guys. Wahid 7. Yeah. Still Cristiano hater. Yeah. Okay. Okay. De Ligt as well. Yeah. Thank you, Andra. Yes. De Ligt as well. Yes. That's it. I guess. That's it for the player ratings, and I'm happy, even though it doesn't look that way. But I am happy. I am very happy that we won. Closing in on Milan. Hopefully, we continue that trend. So yeah, there we go. What did he do to earn a 7? He's not a Juve player. Are we talking about Cristiano, Mark? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay, I don't get it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining this stream. I gotta cut this short, and well, we'll see you for the next live, which will be, of course, pre-match for the Spal game. And after the Spal game, of course, after the full-time reactions and the player ratings. Right now, I'm going to do something with my family because it's the middle of the day. And we're going to enjoy ourselves outside. It's a nice weather. So, yes, fino alla fine, my friends. Forza Juve. Remember, smash a like on this video. Subscribe if you want to. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Andra. Thank you to all of you who joined this stream. I really appreciate every one of you. You can agree, you can disagree. There's room for that as well. Just be logical and be sensitive. Well, be aware that I remember there was one guy. It was Real Madrid fan. I don't remember the name. PES Soccer or something. He got banned because he was all about the Real Madrid and whatever. So, yeah. So be careful. Be careful. Aditya, thank you. Basic player, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Even Hutch, all the way from China, was there. Always a pleasure, man. And Joshua as well. We'll see Joshua. Maybe we'll see Bonucci overhead kick next game. We'll see, my man. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Have a nice day, evening, and fino alla fine. Forza Juve, as always.